Hi, my name's Anita Daher. I'm a Canadian author of primarily middle grade and teen fiction. My fancy get up today is because I'm getting ready for a very fancy live stream book launch. It'll be a first for me. I'll be launching You Don't Have to Die in the End, published by Great Plains Publications. This live stream launch is sponsored by, coordinated by, thanks to the National Arts Centre in Ottawa. It'll be a half-hour launch this afternoon. The date is April 23rd, 2020, and the time will be 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. So check your time zone, and I hope you join me. So I decided in advance of the launch that I would like to once again record my thank yous, because I have a considerable number of people to thank for this book, and I won't have time during the half-hour program. So here we are, thank yous and a little bit of backstory. This novel took 10 years to write, to get right. In 2009, inspired in part by a program in the US where convicts are sent to work with wild mustangs, I set out to write about a young offender accepted into an intensive support and supervision program, which is an alternative to incarceration under Canada's Youth Criminal Justice Act, offered under specific conditions. I used elements from existing programs to create my fictional one. To flesh out this imagined program and world, I wrote to Western horse trainer Glenn Stewart, who, with his wife Dixie Stewart, invited me to join his natural horsemanship students for a week in the Rocky Mountains of northern British Columbia. My photos and memories of this time are many. Unfortunately, my journals were lost when a pipe burst earlier this year and our home underwent extensive repair and renovation. I checked Facebook archives to see if I'd shared details and discovered my 2009 updates were primarily concerned with the H1N1 scare, joining Twitter, 2 novel launches, and a party at the home of former Winnipeg Free Press books editor Morley Walker. There was only vague mention of my time in the mountains. Irene and Lawrence Lemoyne to the rescue. From their journals, my memories, and a few scraps of transferred notes, these are the wonderful people I thank for this life-changing experience. Glenn Stewart, Dixie Stewart, their daughters, Carson and Kylie, Irene and Lawrence Lemoyne, Bob Boyer, Roland Sawatsky, Nikki and Ryan Hemmingson, British Nikki, Dylan, Cody, Vicky, Gwen, and Cheyenne. They gave me the heart of the mountains, which I kept close these many years of writing. Thanks also to Barry Tompkins, owner-operator of North 9 Outfitters Camp, for sharing your beautiful lodge home, which was the inspiration for Reasons Wait. For technical and procedural elements of this story, I would have been lost without the input of several first readers who are exceptional in their professional fields. Heather Gobbett, Judge Margaret Gordon, Bradley West. Bradley, you still make my face happy. And Kaylin Bombach, Esquire. Thanks also to Keith Murdoch, Marta Nelson, Elena Sokolov, who's the area director of Winnipeg's Female Offender Unit, and Marge Sinishin, Chief Executive Officer of the Manitoba Adolescent Treatment Centre. Any inconsistencies or persisting errors relating to natural horsemanship, court procedure, youth criminal justice, aeronautical mechanics, gender identity, gender expression, and all other research details are mine alone. Any blame rests on my often befuddled brain. Deepest gratitude to my now retired agent, Marie Campbell, who was with me through early drafts, bumps, and roadblocks. I'd not have found my way through this story without her unflagging support and love. Chris Rothstein and Carolyn Swayze of the Carolyn Swayze Literary Agency, your belief in me during a low time gave me courage to finish the novel that was in my heart. Thank you. To the team at Great Plains Yellow Dog, you rock. It was a great pleasure to work once more with my insightful editor, Katharina de Backer, impassioned publisher, Mel Marginette, and ever-creative publicist, Sam McKinnon. Thanks also to Sam for their sensitivity reading, deeply appreciated. Writers are forever trying to balance the drive to create with the need to pay bills. Financial support through granting programs are not easily gained and are a boon beyond keeping the heat on when received. It means a project has been examined and debated and deemed worthy of pursuit, which can add booster rockets to seeing it through. My thanks to the Winnipeg Arts Council for a creation grant and the Manitoba Arts Council, which made possible my research travel into the mountains. My thanks to Eric Walters, Canada's most prolific and giving children's book author, for reading and offering comment. To readers who don't know about Hope Story, a charity created by Eric and his wife Anita to send kids to school in Africa, learn more at hopestory.ca. I often borrow names as tribute. To those I didn't warn, surprise! These names comforted, inspired, and kept me company through the many months of conjuring characters entirely made up. Noah Danby, Canadian actor and son of renowned Canadian artist Ken Danby. Darcy Fair, Canadian actor, friend, and coach. Gentle Giant, Chris Kazoo. Irene Lemoyne. Bob Boyer, Judge Marge Gordon. Canada's funniest poet, Ron James. The Stamp Collection. Pilot Oli Nutgavalik. Copper, our beloved and dearly departed hound. Wendy Robinson, horse trainer. My sisters, Mary Franz and Heather Gobbett. My husband, Jim Dare, and his longtime buddy, Rick Stewart. Auntie Terry and cousins Jerry, Rob, and Greg, I hope you will recognize your added inspiration and smile. To my husband and daughters, you are everything. You kept me grounded and sane during the weeks, months, and years it took to write Eugenia's story. My loves, I am nothing without you. One addendum. The punch game did exist once upon a time, much to the chagrin of the wives of the then younger men who played it. P.S. Sorry for the swears. You don't have to die in the end. Will be officially launched through a live stream launch this afternoon. I hope you join me. For now, I've got to finish getting ready.